Hello BBN. Top 10 recruit Mika Marinan includes Kentucky on his cut list. Now that the list is narrowed down, what will this battle be like? Let's see what's new. But first, subscribe to the channel. Finnish recruit Mika Marinan, one of the standouts from the most recent recruiting class, has just included the Wildcats on his final list of 7 universities, further cementing the prominent position of Mark Pope's program in this hotly contested game. With refined skills for a player of his stature, Marinan is already emerging as a rare prospect on the global stage. Ranked 8th overall, and first at his position by On3. He represents exactly the type of athlete who can shape the future of any college team, and by narrowing his list to 7 finalists, Arkansas, Duke, Indiana, Michigan, NC State, North Carolina, and Kentucky, he placed the Wildcats among the favorites. However, this battle promises to be fierce, especially against traditional rivals like Arkansas and North Carolina, who have shown strong interest. The connection between Marinan and Kentucky began to take shape last summer during the prestigious Peach Jam, when the program officially offered the player a scholarship. Since then, the Wildcats have been consistent in their pursuits, showing respect for the athlete's career and understanding his priorities. Coach Mark Pope, known for his infectious energy and ability to build genuine relationships with his players, seems to have won over the young Finn. In an interview with On3, Marinan expressed his appreciation for Pope's playing style, highlighting how the coach allows centers to express their versatility on the court. "He's a big, funny, and energetic guy, and I like that," the player said, highlighting the initial chemistry that could be crucial in the final decision. Furthermore, Marinan revealed that he plans to make an official visit to the Lexington campus in the fall, something that was originally scheduled to happen last year, but was ultimately thwarted due to logistical issues. This new opportunity puts Kentucky in a strategic position, especially considering that other finalists, such as Michigan and Arkansas, have already hosted the player on formal visits. The impact of a positive experience in Lexington could be decisive, given that the athlete himself stated that role and style of play were fundamental factors in his decision. He sees himself as a player capable of performing multiple functions on the court, from mid-range shooting to creative passing and assertive rebounding. In this sense, the development program offered by Pope and his coaching staff could be a significant differentiator. The competition, however, will not be easy. In addition to Arkansas and North Carolina, other renowned institutions such as Duke and Michigan are also in the running, each presenting solid arguments for attracting the talented European. The successful track record of these universities, combined with the networks and visibility they can offer players, makes Marinan's decision even more complex. It's worth remembering that, before narrowing down his list, he also evaluated offers from giants like Kansas, UCLA, and Alabama, which reinforces the magnitude of his choice. Despite the fierce competition, there's reason to be optimistic about Kentucky's chances. The program has a long tradition of attracting international athletes and successfully integrating them into American college basketball. Furthermore, Mark Pope's playing philosophy emphasizes exactly the kind of versatility Marinan wants to explore, whether shooting from outside, dominating the ball at the top of the key, or protecting the basket. The Finn would find in Lexington a conducive environment to develop both individually and collectively in the coming months. All eyes will be on Marinan's official visit to Kentucky. It will be a unique opportunity for the program to impress the player with its infrastructure, culture, and ambition. He's a good player who should come to the Kentucky State University, don't you think? I sincerely hope Pope brings him. The recent news about Jason Crow Jr. was a shock to BBN, and what about Pope? It's a strange thing. Even I found it strange. The 5-star point guard, one of the most coveted prospects in the 2026 class, seems to be slipping through the fingers of Mark Pope and his staff, with the Missouri Tigers emerging as the unlikely favorite to secure his commitment on July 8. The turnaround, as abrupt as it is intriguing, reflects the unpredictable nature of college basketball recruiting, but also highlights the resilience and strategic vision Pope is bringing to the program. Crow, a native of Inglewood, California, is one of those talents that makes any coach's eyes light up. Averaging 23.8 points per game in the EYBL circuit and an impressive 45-point performance in the competitive Drew League, he combines speed, shooting ability, and an offensive instinct that places him among the best of his generation. His playmaking ability, attacking the basket, and hitting long-range shots makes him a perfect fit for the fast-paced, three-point-focused style of play that Mark Pope has implemented at Kentucky. For months. The connection between Crow and assistant coach Jason Hart, described by the player himself as an uncle-nephew relationship, seemed to seal the young man's fate in Lexington. Hart, a former high school teammate of Jason Crow Sr., brought an emotional and personal edge that made the Wildcats the clear favorite. But, as basketball teaches us, not everything that seems guaranteed comes to fruition. Missouri's sudden emergence as the leader in the race for Crow is, to say the least, disconcerting. According to Joe Tipton of On3, the Tigers, coached by Dennis Gates, have gained serious momentum in recent weeks, almost stealthily overtaking Kentucky. The move is particularly surprising because Crow never took an official visit to Lexington, which seemed to reinforce the reliance on the relationship with Hart as the deciding factor. However, Tipton was adamant, Kentucky isn't even really on the list. Missouri, with its low-key approach, seems to have found an opening, perhaps appealing to Crow's desire to be the centerpiece of a rising program. USC and Texas, other powerhouses, mentioned as alternatives, remain in the running, but the current narrative points to Columbia as the likely destination. Crow's position, therefore, remains strange and elite talent. Once seen as a done deal for Kentucky, now flirts with a program few saw coming, despite the disappointment this turn of events brings to fans. The Kentucky program under Mark Pope is not on shaky ground. Pope, in his first year as Wildcats coach, has already demonstrated a remarkable ability to navigate the complex world of recruiting. His approach, which combines a modern style of play with a genuine connection with players, keeps Kentucky on the radar of other elite talents in the 2026 class. One name that's emerging strongly is Mika Marinan, a guy with versatile skills that align perfectly with Pope's vision. Marinan, an international prospect with the potential to be a global star, is among the program's priority targets, along with other names like Talon Kinney, a five-star point guard from Newport, Kentucky, and Caleb Holt, an explosive talent who also received an offer from the Wildcats. The lack of confirmed commitments for 2026 so far isn't a sign of weakness, but rather an opportunity for Pope to do something different and great, and he's been doing something very well, as we've seen with Kentucky recently. The situation with Crow serves as a reminder that in recruiting, nothing is guaranteed until the final signing. The connection with Hart, while powerful, wasn't enough to overcome Missouri's strategies or Crow's ambitions to find the best fit for his game. Still, the story surrounding Mark Pope remains positive. Since taking over, he's brought renewed energy to Lexington, with an offensive system that prioritizes long-range shooting and a fast pace, exactly the kind of game that attracts players like Crow, Marinan, and Kinney. His ability to attract high-level talent, even in a competitive environment, is evident. The offer to Crow, made in August 2024, was just one of many Pope and his staff distributed to elite prospects, including Tyron Stokes, Brandon McCoy, and Darren Rippey Jr. All names that remain on the Wildcats' radar. Share your opinion. It's important to everyone. Comment.